Hey everyone, Basic Clock here, and I'll be sharing how I personally spend my money on this game in the month and a half or so that our server has been up for now. Um, I have saved all the purchases in my mail, but sadly, there is a limit to how many of these you can apparently save. So there is a little tip. I didn't know that, maybe you didn't either, but there is a limit to mail. Um, I ended up buying the pop-up bundle for the city hall. The last one, I upgraded my city hall to 20, and I ended up getting this bundle, and I ended up buying it. I'm not sure if this is a $50 bundle. I would be surprised if it is, because I didn't feel comfortable with the budget I have to spend more than 20 or 30 on a pack. My budget for this game has been about 300 bucks, give or take. Now, the biggest value in this game are the pop-up bundles. It is also the first bundle you get, like the first purchase, you get Lilia and a bunch of things. Those are great value too, so 100% buy those. And leveling up your heroes, you will get for purple heroes these ones. They will cost about 3 euros. Not sure if it's $3 as well or if it's more. But these 8 hero tokens are huge. You will also be able to get, when you first draw a legendary hero for the first time, you get these bundles, Hero of the Ages, which gives you 5 gold keys, some VIP points, some gems. This is great value as well. Always purchase them. Once you start leveling up your legendary heroes, they will be also able to get the same bundle once again. Your artifacts, when you level them up to level 30, I think, and when you unlock a legendary, you get one of these bundles as well. I bought all of those every single time one of those popped up. By now, I have every single legendary hero at 511 or a little bit higher, except for Indus, because that's Dragon Trial. And the only other exception is Bakshi, which is 4, but I'm slowly getting there with VIP tokens. And Madeline has not been unlocked yet, and I do not have Hoss because I do not have VIP 10. So, when it comes to spending, what I generally end up doing when I start a new server, because this is my second server, like I mentioned, level them all up to 30, because I ended up awakening Alwyn first for my build in my previous video, and then I upgraded Walder and then awakened him. Now with Walder, you want to make sure what I do, I should say what I did, not that you have to do this necessarily, but you have this main story quest here, and once this says Hall of Order 22, I cannot get any more Walder tokens from the main story quest until I get to 22 and do all the rest. And this is a big bottleneck for my budget, so this is where I stop. And this is the point where I start investing in Walder, because you will get Walder tokens from the gold chests you open and from the main story quest. So I'm trying to not waste as many excess tokens, because right now I got 2 extra tokens. I used to have probably 20 or 30 extra, which I scrapped. But yeah, Walder is my second one. And the reason you get all of these up is so that you can get one epic hero awakened as quick as possible. My spending routine on a weekly basis is primarily here in the VIP store, where I buy all the gold keys, which is 6,000, I believe, 300 a piece, and then there's 20. I get all the artifact keys. If I don't have a lot of gems, I will be getting artifact before anything else. Then if I have excess gems to spend, if I have the high enough VIP, I get to 8 hours, because you get more hours speed up from per gem value from this one compared to the 1 hour. And when I was racing for Alwyn and Walder, specifically Alwyn, I ended up buying his tokens from the VIP store, because this is a very quick and easy way, because you're only spending 1,800 for 10 tokens, or you can go to the drawing and you can spend 6,000 and you can't choose which epic it is. So this is a huge discount that you can get from the VIP store to accelerate your epic unlock rate, which is going to be very important when you're a low spender Low spender in my personal dictionary means low spenders do not have a legendary at full awakened. That is something a whale or a mid spender would have in my, like how it works in my head, how I perceive what a low spender is, a mid spender, and a whale. You know, it all depends from person to person and your financial income and everything. But that is what I spend my money on. I used to buy the daily deals. The daily deals, Velen is here from the start and he's great. And getting him awakened at 400 damage per target, with Walder being the primary, which is not that bad. And Kinara is going to get added on month 2, week 2 of a server age, because that's when Madeline replaces Kinara in the spin event. And apparently week 3 of month 2 of the server, Nico gets added. And then I have no clue what then. Nika is the one that follows up, then Madeline, and then Amris, but the time frame of those I have no idea of. Now, one of the things people will end up buying early on is the Shimmers of Glory. Now, I do not have the screenshots, but Shimmers of Glory is the worst value bundle, in my opinion. It is the biggest clickbait because it's big, it says limited, and all of that, and you see all these goodies, and you think this is a great deal. But as you play the game and you level up your city, which is very easy to do when you start a brand new account, you level up very quickly. You will be hit with your first City Hall level up bundle, and it will only cost €5. Now, funnily enough, that $5 bundle will have, instead of this one saying 21,763 gems value, that one will be like 30,000 or 40,000 value. So you'll be getting a lot more money value worth out of saving up the money you have for buying the better bundle, which you get by just playing a little bit. This bundle usually just gets bought by people that want to spend early on, and then they start leveling and then they get the bundle. But if you don't have as much money as, for example, with me, I don't have as much money to burn through, this is really just not worth it. Just be patient and go for the real value bundles. The monthly packs, they are brain dead value if you can log on every single day. If you can't, going to lose some value out of that every single time you can't. So make sure you can always log in every single day when you have this. The growth fund, I always love these things in these games because they bait you with like, oh yeah, you're gonna get like 80,000 gems for like $10, and you're like, whoa, $10 is 2,500 gems. You're like 8,000. Like, whoa, that's so much money. But the trick is that they put like half of the reward at 25. If you're a low spender or a free to play, or well, as a free to play you wouldn't be getting this, but as a low spender, you're not going to see this 40,000 gems. Not in season 1, not in the next season, maybe in the next season. It all depends if you end up in a whale alliance or not, and they give you like a bunch of stuff so you can progress quicker, but it's highly unrealistic for you to be getting this. 23, I'm slowly etching to 22. 23 is going to take me another like month or two. So that means for me, this is like very out of reach, and it's going to be out of reach for everyone that's not a whale. So you do get a bunch of gems early on, like all of these. I did get my value already out of it, but don't get fooled by, you know, the last rewards. That's how these growth funds entice you into purchasing them. It's still great value even if you don't get all the way there, but if you buy the growth fund, you want to really be planning to play this for probably half a year, maybe a year, because you want to get these rewards, of course, because you paid for it after all. But that's just me. Now with the daily deals, they're great. It's great value because of the treasure chest. You can get a key. That's great. You can get legendary medal custom, which is, that's a low ball roll, but still pretty good because you can use it on anyone, I guess. But 1 to 10 Velen I once had 10 tokens from one daily purchase, which is pretty nice. The other stuff you get in here is pretty good value for what you're getting. Like, you're getting more than you would get by purchasing anything else. The great value bundles, they're all a scam. The one thing, if you're really more of a spender than I am, the time of harvest bundle seems to be pretty nice, because you're always going to struggle with resources eventually. And then the change of fortune that comes with a spin event, 100% if you're a bigger spender than me, buy all of them. It's like 250 or 300 bucks for all of them. The Forge of Light event is also a special bundle if you're a bigger spender with a bigger budget. Go for those as well. But all of these other ones, personally, I don't think are worth it. And especially not if you're a low spender. When it comes to the wheel event, in my previous video regarding various events in the game, I go over for low spenders how to get the most value out of your limited gems. That you're guaranteed to get the hero for the spin event with a low amount of money, so you don't need to buy these. If you're a bigger spender, I don't really have experience with that, but I would presume that the Heroes of Tamaris and the Treasures of Tamaris are the best ones to go for, together with the March of Conquerors, because the biggest thing in the game that's going to make a difference is having high-level heroes. So getting all these custom tokens, you can boost your legendary to Awakened, and you need 700 tokens. So it's going to get really pricey by brute forcing it through this pack. But again, if money is not of an issue, there you go. Treasures of Damaris, very important because artifacts are night and day. Artifacts can be used on various different characters and not just limited to one character, so you can swap them around. And there's some real game-changing artifacts out there. So this is great. But if you want to spend more optimal as a bigger spender, then just wait for the Light Forge event, so you have so you can specifically target for specific strong artifacts rather than random RNG'd with the Treasures of Tamaris bundle. That is the more optimal way of spending as a whale. But again, like, if you're just the type of person who just has millions laying around and you just want to buy everything, buy this. But most optimal is the Lightforge bundle. And then the March of Conquerors. On my original server, people spend probably $10,000 to $50,000 a month just on training speed alone, in order to get bigger marches out, and so that they have millions of troops in reserve for when a war breaks out. So getting a million, 10 million, 100 million troops, there's no capacity on your hospital except for how many can be healed. Resource healing is not the way to go, even if you're a big spender, I would say, because you still have that capacity limit on it. So you can get more troops healed with free healing than you would do with resource healing. And it's quicker to train troops, new ones, than heal them. And it's cheaper too. It's going to cost you 5 times more to heal them than it is to train a new one. So if you just keep buying this and spam out more troops, you should be ready to go as a big spender. Besides that, there's not really much to go over. The gem market itself, getting double gems, this always seems like a waste to me, because you always get gems for just buying something. Like this one is $5. You can buy $5, and then you get 1,250 gems. But then this, all the items in here are worth 7,675. So this is always better to buy it through something else than directly, or else you just lose out on value. It's a digital product, so value is defined by the developers, of course. But I think that's generally what my spender guide is. When it comes to the Light Forge event, the calculations of the event I have in my events video for people that have a lot of money that want to spend. I think, if I remember correctly, if you get lucky with the Light Forge event and you want a 5 skill level artifact, it's going to cost you 1,100 or less if you're lucky, and about 3,400 or something if you're super unlucky or something like that. But that info is in my previous events video. This is my spending video. So the only thing I think I've left to add is when it comes to the heroes, the bundles, the legendary ones, when you get a hero for the first time, you will be getting 10 custom legendary tokens for that. Here it is. So when you unlock a legendary hero for the first time, it's $5 and you get 10 custom legendary hero tokens. So we have about 4, 8, 10 legendary heroes. It's 100 legendary tokens with Madeline and Husk. That's 120, and you need 700 to max one out. So those custom tokens I've been using to get all my heroes to 511, because I cannot get 1 to 700. That's going to cost me too much, and that means I have more heroes to field in the field, so less strain on each other's stamina. And I don't think any hero is useless. Every hero has its use. But that is my reasoning on spending on the epic hero tokens to awaken and the legendary ones to get everything to 5111. I think that's it for my spending guide on what I did, and maybe some of this might be helpful for anyone who's watching this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and I hope this has been helpful. Have a good day.